with your hosts, Tristan and Tommy.
Welcome to Two Useless Organisms, a show where two useless organisms discuss a variety of topics as it pertains to their meaningless existence. Today's show, we will discuss positivity and strong opinions. Keep in mind that
things
two
that go
useless
hand in hand.
Yes, positivity and strong opinions. Most people's opinions are not positive. Here we go. Keep in mind that two useless organisms is not safe for work, so we might say naughty words or something.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Got some naughty words for you.
Naughty. Santa ain't coming to my house.
Yeah, speaking of naughty words, once again, Steven with a PH, you're a cunt.
Yes.
Yeah. That's just going to be a weekly shout out, I think.
Stephen with a PH should just be pronounced Stefan. Like,
Stefan
why isn't
or
it?
or Stephen.
Stephan.
Stephen.
Steepen. Like tea. Steepen tea.
Steepen tea. You're drinking tea right there?
Mm-hmm.
I really like tea. What tea are we drinking?
I'm just a unsweetened black iced tea type of guy.
Unsweetened black iced tea. Nice. Yep. I feel like I need to just have a topic that's tea one of these weeks. Maybe next week.
Maybe next week to talk about tea.
Yeah, we're going to talk about tea next week.
Tristan, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tea is great. The letter, the drink. You can do so much with it.
Mm-hmm. Kermit the Frog drinks it.
Yeah, even Kermit.
Mm-hmm.
Our buddy from Muppet Vision 3D.
And the rest of the Muppets, too.
Oh, yeah, there's other ones.
Yep. All right, well...
You're in our modern high-tech facility.
So we got to cover something here. On our last episode, I was talking about people that I think should be dead. And I said people that use emotional support animals. Now, we have to provide some clarification here. I mean, I was fully expecting this to be a little controversial, but we actually, our old co-host Eric reached out, kind of told us the difference, what emotional support animals mean for some people versus others. And Tommy, you're more thoughtful than I am. Why don't you explain what Eric told us?
Sure thing. So Eric actually explained to us that there are certain people that need emotional support animals for those who have suffered PTSD and things like that. And there are actual purposes for emotional support animals. What Tristan was going after is people who don't actually have a need and use it as an excuse to parade around their misbehaving pets.
Correct. Yeah. If your emotional support animal has tie-dye fur, it's not an emotional support animal. It's just your pet. So,
yes.
And I've seen it. I have seen it.
Or just entitled white people carrying around their pets or whatever. But back to what Eric was telling us, there are actual reasons, and we didn't mean to go after them.
Yes. So if you actually rely on one for your own well-being, good for you. Go for it. I got no problems with that. If you're a stupid bitch who just brings your dog around and wants to get away with more than everyone else, then fuck you. Please jump in front of traffic. So This is a great way to segue into what my topic is for this week.
Eric actually said something to me the other day as well. He said, I think, towards the end of people that we wanted to kill, we also mentioned, pedophiles and serial killers.
Yes.
But we were also talking about wanting to kill people. So wouldn't that make us people we want to kill if we're killing people?
Well, I tried to shy away from saying that I want to kill these people. So hopefully that didn't slip out in the show.
Okay.
So I would disagree with that personally.
Yeah, Eric.
I don't want to kill anybody. But I also would like a lot of people to be dead. So,
Yeah, no, I feel that.
So this week I want to talk about positivity.
Great segue.
That is truly my topic for this week, and I thought it should be. I should talk about it considering what I talked about last week. I have actually, for the last 2 years, been trying to incorporate more positivity into my life, and for most of my life, I've been very cynical and pessimistic. And I think deep down I still am, and I'm pretty comfortable with that, to be honest. But I have seen the value of demonstrating positivity more over the last 2 years. So I guess I just want to say that in the end, you're going to be a lot happier. You're going to be a lot more comfortable in life if you try to embrace positivity at all times. especially in public, at work, with friends, with family. If you're around anybody, positivity is the way to go.
Yeah, no, I full-heartedly agree with that, and I'm glad that we're doing some positive stuff this week because I feel like I'm generally a very positive person. Aside from when I'm really tired, I really just don't complain about things. If I'm in like a tough situation, I'm like, well, oh well, just gonna chill out here. Like, when me and my girlfriend went to Cedar Point, like the first few hours of the trip were kind of plagued by bad weather. You can definitely tell there were people around that were mad about it, but as someone who's in Florida, I'm used to this kind of thing. So Maggie and I were just joking around that, the front of Cedar Point with the music and the carousel just felt like we were in the Magic Kingdom or on Main Street Fantasyland. But really just embracing positivity in situations where you might not have positivity, especially if in the end everything is fine. Now, I think for me, it also helps that I'm a very privileged person and I live a good life. I have a job which, pays me enough to pay rent and food. And I think with that and having good people in my life, I generally just don't try not to complain about stuff.
Yes, I am right there with you. I've always actually been kind of an easygoing, go with the flow type of person, at least from my own perspective. So when it comes to doing something similar to like you just said, if you need to make the most out of a situation where you're still not in the ideal situation, for instance, you said you were at Cedar Point and half the rides were closed or whatever for weather.
Everything was closed for 3 hours.
Everything was closed for 3 hours.
Because everything at Cedar Point's outside.
I mean, I could totally understand where you're coming from. Like, yeah, why don't you just sit down on a bench and enjoy sitting down, enjoy being outside, enjoy being with whoever you're
shops,
with. Yeah, go through the gift shops. I've always been like that. I don't mind sitting around just enjoying the quiet time. So,
for sure,
it's a cliche, but you should always make the most out of what you're doing. Don't dwell on the past. Look forward to the future.
Oh
and,
yeah. I never get people that just like bring up old shit to complain about.
Yeah. I don't like.
I feel like my parents will do that sometimes. Like they'll occasionally bring up my ex that they didn't really like, and I'm like, why are you talking about that person?
Why don't they like me?
I haven't talked to that person in like 2 years.
You're talking to me right now, Tommy.
Yeah. What's up?
I'm your ex. Why don't they like me?
I don't know. You're a perfectly handsome fellow.
I'm totally handsome.
It's like we had a very good run, but now we're both with different people that make us happy.
I actually kind of just miss you.
Yeah, I miss you too.
Okay.
Should we dump our idiots that we're with right now and just...
Yeah, let's do that off the air.
No, I want to do it on air.
Okay.
I want them to find out about it when this airs.
My girlfriend doesn't listen to the show, so...
For some reason mine does. I don't know why.
My girlfriend's dad listens, so I still got to be careful. Tom, I'm being careful. But, yeah, no, Allison, she don't listen to this.
I think Maggie even like got some of her friends to listen to it. Like she told me that she had to like give one of her friends a ride to work because he was having car troubles, and he was like, "Yo, can we listen to your boyfriend's podcast?" And she told me that. And I was thinking, why the fuck does he want to?
Wow, I'm impressed.
So we're getting a fan base.
What's this person's name? I want to personally thank them.
Shit, it was either Kevin or Edwin.
It's definitely not Steven with a PH.
Oh no, fuck Steven with a PH. He's a moldy cunt.
Kevin or Edwin?
Yes, one of those two.
Both of you, Kevin and Edwin, thank you for listening.
Honestly, we're gonna thank both of them. They're great people. I love them.
Sound like it.
It's like I don't think I met Kevin yet, but Edwin I met a couple times, and he's a really good dude.
All right, cool. Hey, that's some positivity right there. We're spreading some positivity.
Get some positive love in here.
We're gonna. I don't know if we can get
positivity
this.
Have you all seen the Steve from Blue's Clues, the video that he posted recently, the Nick Jr. one?
I've only seen the screenshots or the memes that they made of it, but I still know what he said because the words are there.
Yeah,
and, it was heartwarming.
Like, it was very wholesome, and like I grew up with Blue's Clues, and I loved that when I was a kid. So just like many people, that was exactly what we needed. But speaking of memes, I really loved the tweet that was like, man, 2020 was such a rough year that Steve from Blue's Clues was like, I have to address the nation.
It's true, man. And
like, it's so true.
Yeah.
Like it was a really beautiful video. He was like, man, I really missed you guys. Like you're doing great, and whatever you're doing right now is working for you. You look great. Like he's telling me that I'm doing good, that I look good. That's exactly what I need.
Oh man.
So he's spreading positivity too. So that makes him an honorary useless organism.
Mm-hmm. Thank you,
I'm sure
Steve.
he'd love to be a part of this.
Yeah, let's invite him on. He wants
Yeah.
he wouldn't touch this podcast with a 100-foot pole.
Yeah, if anybody knows how to get Steve from Blues Clues on here, we'll definitely be able to make that happen.
So here we are. This is gosh, what is this, episode 6 of Two Useless Organisms? And we did 13 episodes of Three Guys Without the Whys. I'm kind of itching to get a guest star.
We really do, yeah.
So if anybody has any contacts whatsoever, please, I don't care who it is.
Hell, it can be your useless ass listening to this
If
right
you
now.
honestly, if anybody, just ask us. We'll let you call in.
Yeah.
We honestly will. Yeah, please. All you have to do, if you know somebody who wants to be on or you want to be on, just go over to our Facebook page and shoot us a message or a comment on something. Whatever.
Yeah. Or like, since most of you listening to this probably know us personally, just like text us.
Yeah. It's true. Hey, that guy in France. I don't think we know that guy in France.
Yeah, I was literally just thinking that. Like, hey, contact us and we'll let you on the show.
All right, cool.
We'll see what you're all about.
Yes. Tommy, do you I'm unaware. Do we have a sponsor for this week?
Do we have a sponsor this week?
Yeah.
That is a great question.
Okay, well, do you have the answer to the question, or?
This episode of Two Useless Organisms is brought to you by Jenny Eyeholes. Jenny Eyeholes is back with our sponsor. If you need some eyeglasses or any eyeball juice that your eyes suck and the eye doctor is too expensive, go visit Jenny Eyeholes. Use coupon code 2UselessOrganisms to get 10% off your Jenny Eyeholes.
All right, we're back. Wow, what a nice returning guest.
Yeah, I really like Jenny Eyeholes.
Ah, that's great.
Like, honestly, Jenny Eyeholes was the reason I wanted to start a podcast.
Oh, well, I don't see how that makes sense, but you know what? That's great. I'm glad that they had that effect on you. What the heck? Some dingus is parked outside of my house right now. I'm gonna get out and that was probably Uber Eats or something. Anyway, well, here's the thing. I broke my toe. I was telling Tommy this before we started recording. I broke my toe a few nights ago. Do you think Jenny Eyeholes has any products to help me with my toe?
I don't know about Jenny Eyeholes, but maybe electric balls.
They do cure everything.
Because electric balls will replenish your electrolytes. And then we had zero gravity shoes.
Yeah. That's, you know what? That's a good one right there because I don't have to walk around.
Yep.
On my brokey toe.
Or the spoons.
See how that would work.
Oh yeah, don't we have another topic to get to?
Or? Yeah, you do, Tommy. What do you want to blather about?
All right, so the thing I'm going to blather about this week, unprepared, is a topic that was recommended by my friend Josh Krieger. How you doing? He suggested us doing very obscure, strong opinions that we have. Any obscure hills you're willing to die on. An example that he provided was he feels very passionately that you should not put ketchups on top of your french fries. Ketchup is for dipping only, and he thinks you're an idiot if you sprinkle ketchup all over your french fries, which I think that's a really good example of one.
It's a great point.
I, for one, don't give a shit which way you do it, because I can go either way depending on the situation, although I totally get where he's coming from, because, you don't want to, pour ketchup all over your french fries and then you get ketchup all over your fingies because you're an idiot that's not picking them up right, or you accidentally cover a french fry too much with ketchup. So, it's a very good point, Josh. If you guys disagree with him, let us know in the comment section down below, or however the fuck, Facebook or whatever. I know Tristan has a few obscure opinions he wants to die on.
Yeah. Here's
Tristan, you got a few. You'll be a lot more organized than I am, so I'll let you go first.
yeah, I got three. And these are just my weird opinions, just like Josh has. First of all, with things like pizza, cookies, and burgers, I eat them from the outside in. I have to do that because with a burger, with all of those things, the outside is the crust or the crunchiest part or the worst part, in my opinion. The best part is on the inside, like on a burger, where it's just the perfect center juicy patty and everything. A cookie, it's the softest in the middle. So I always eat from the outside in because I'm wired to save the best for last. That's just how I am.
Okay.
So that's one. Two,
I like that.
My lids here, my Tervis lids for the listeners on the podcast, the audio only version. There's a little, when you hold a cup that has a lid on it that has a hole for a straw, right? You're only going to see the part of the cup that's facing you when you take a drink from it, right?
Yep.
So my lids and the straw has to be perfectly in line with whatever I want to see on the cup.
Yep. I like that.
Yeah.
And then I sometimes will do it to where that image is facing the other side of me. That way, if people are looking at me, they will see the cool image. So people see how cool my cup is.
Mm-hmm. That's a good point too. My last one is whenever there's a movie poster and it has characters on it, and then at the top it also has the names of the actors. I hate when they don't line up when they're not over the right person, because the way they work is the top billed actor is always first. So for instance, for our visual watchers, there's a Pirates of the Caribbean poster behind me. Johnny Depp is listed first because he's the top billed actor, but he's not the first.
Oh,
He's
right.
in the center of the poster, which means Johnny Depp's name is over Keira Knightley. And Jeffrey Rush's name is over Orlando Bloom. So I hate that.
Yeah,
I think
like
that's
that.
stupid and dumb.
So those are really good obscure opinions that you have there.
Thank you.
Your first one reminded me of one that I have. So whenever I eat pizza rolls, what I'll do is like I'll have it facing long ways me, and I'll bite off each corner. Then I'll suck whatever. Like I'll suck the inside of what's in the pizza roll, and then I'll eat, the carcass. I'll eat the dead fucking carcass of the pizza roll. That's how I eat pizza rolls.
I thought mine was weird. Oh my God.
I don't know. That's just like it feels natural to do it that way. I don't know.
Well, I guess I'm a similar way with Oreos in that, well, it's kind of opposite where like I'll eat an Oreo, I'll twist one of the cookies off the Oreo and eat just the cookie that I took off, and then I'll eat the frosting and the other cookie after.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Because it changes the frosting to cookie ratio.
And then also with chicken nuggets, well, specifically McDonald's chicken nuggets, I feel like I have to eat the skin before I eat the nuggets.
All the skin?
Yep. I eat like at least most of the skin before, like something about the skin itself. I'm realizing that a lot of our opinions are going to be food related because my next one is also fast food related. I feel like a lot of people associate Taco Bell with giving you the shits. And the Taco Bell has never given me the bad shits. I've never had Taco Bell, and it's never fucked up my stomach, and I have stomach issues. There's a 3 Guys Without the Wise episode where I recited a tweet that if Taco Bell gives you the shits, you're weak, your bloodline is weak, and history will forget you. And I stand by that. Like anyone who's like, oh, Taco Bell, Taco Hell, it's going to like, no, you're a fucking weak bitch if that happens to you. Taco Bell's like, I've been to Taco Bell so many times. It has never hurt me. It's never betrayed me. It's always good to me. Better than any other fast food restaurant I've been to.
I am the same way. Taco Bell has not given me problems, but I'm the opposite of you.
I drink my Baja Blast.
That's right. Good lab.
Yeah.
I have a stomach of steel, and very little things give me stomach problems. Syrup is one of them. If I have pancakes and syrup for breakfast, I will be sitting on that bowl within 20 minutes. 2, Waffle House. I once went to Waffle House with some coworkers after work, and I practically had to park my car in the front yard because I did not have time to park it properly. I had to run inside.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So you're right. Taco Bell gives me no problems.
Yeah, Taco Bell's never given me a problem. another strong opinion that I have, and this is actually not food related, so we're gonna change gears here. So I'm a fan of professional wrestling, so like AEW, WWE, and it kind of annoys me when people go, it's fake, right? Only because literally 99% of people that watch it understand that it's performance. Most people watch it the same way you watch Game of Thrones. So going, it's fake, right, isn't like a, what? I had no idea. And I think it's even worse when wrestling fans, like it's actually worse. There's a saying, and I think it also goes with Star Wars fans. Like some people say nobody hates Star Wars more than Star Wars fans. Same thing with wrestling. A lot of times, like it'll be like, and like I'll see it when I'm watching it with my dad sometimes. Like this is so like something dumb will have me. Like, that's just so stupid and fake. And then why the fuck are you watching it? If you're watching wrestling, you kind of have to watch it at like you need to understand that it's an art form. If you're watching it, like so. Anyone that tries to analyze it in any other context is just dumb. Like it does have the realistic presentation, but it's an art. So that is a hill I will die on there. So passionate. Had to get that off my chest. And as soon as we're done recording, I'll have 10 more opinions that I'm like, damn, which I guess I'll just share next week on the episode where we talk about tea. Oh, yeah. I did remember one. And just like Tristan's opinion from last week, people are going to hate me for this one. Dogs are overrated. Anyone who says we don't deserve dogs, go fuck yourself. They're annoying. They lick you. Their tongues are gross. They're barking and annoying. Some dogs are nice, and I like that, some dogs are cute and all, but honestly, fuck dogs.
Oh my God. Annoying. Thank you, Tommy. Oh my God. I'm not an animal person,
I need to get that
period.
off my chest.
I do not like dogs. For the same reasons you do. I think they're obnoxious. They slobber all over the place. They do not give you your personal space that you
loud.
need.
No, they don't. They have no fucking boundaries. At all.
I just and here's my unpopular opinion of dogs is that everybody interprets that a dog's affection, quote unquote affection that they show you is because they love you and they have the same emotional attachment for you that you do for it. I'm pretty sure it's all instinctual. Like they cuddle with you because they're used to cuddling with their guardian to keep them alive and warm.
It's like there are a handful of good dog stories out there, especially with like service dogs and shit. But a majority of dogs are just fucking annoying.
Thank you.
And I think I've noticed it since I moved to Florida. I don't think I've met a dog in Florida that I've actually liked. I kind of liked Eric's dog, Robin, but even she was fucking annoying. Like, I remember one time I, went over to his place to like start, doing something with the podcast. And literally I was trying to reach down for my laptop and she just moved her head in the way so I can pet her. Like, fuck off. I'm trying to record. Which, I mean, at least she wasn't like barking or anything. So like, she's probably one of my favorite dogs that I met in Florida. Every other dog I met is like barking and all up in my shit. Like, fuck you.
Yeah, I was about to say Robin is actually a dog that I could almost tolerate. Almost. Yeah. All right. Hey man, thank you for bringing that up. I wouldn't have had the balls to say that because
somebody had to say it.
Somebody did have to say it. All right.
Someone had to say it.
Let's get on to a favorite segment we have here, our Yelp review of the week. As usual, we got a good one.
Hell yeah.
Today. This one is for Sir Reginald Cunningham, the Third Sports Bar in Elkin, North Carolina.
Ooh, North Carolina, baby, represent.
Elkin. All right.
And where is it?
Elkin.
Oh shit, that's where Eric's from, ain't he?
What do you know?
We've been bringing him up a lot this episode.
I know.
This episode is in honor of Eric. Yeah.
Yelp review.
Yeah. All right. So here we go.
Anyway.
Sir Reginald Cunningham III's Sports Bar. I'd like to eat Chris Farley's mustard cake is a phrase I never thought I'd say. But then again, there's a lot about Sir Reginald Cunningham III's Sports Bar that I didn't know before this afternoon. Comparable to a bad mushroom trip at Lady Gaga's birthday party, my experience at this establishment was puzzling to say the least. Located just off Interstate 77, it seemed like the perfect place to stop and eat on my way up to Cleveland from Charleston. I parked my car at the restaurant and noticed a pair of backwoods half-wits aggressively making out on top of a trash can, which I'm pretty sure had fresh roadkill inside, as there was a stench more powerful than Bill Cosby's sexual charisma filling the air around me.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ.
I heroically made my way past the love can and headed for the front door of the restaurant. Sitting outside the door was a pair of toddlers watching Saddam Hussein's execution on a Peppa Pig iPad while their mother leaned into the driver's window of a nearby car with her ass cakes hanging out. Understanding that I might not be in the best part of the country, I went inside and waited to be seated. The hostess finally made her way out of the kitchen to the podium, clearly under the influence of a really fun substance. She slowly asked if I wanted a booth or a bar seat through a series of lackadaisical Seth Rogen chuckles. Would you like a booth or a bar seat? I said a bar seat is fine.
I don't understand your accent.
I said a bar seat is fine. I was hoping to watch the game on TV anyway. I sat down at the bar and the bartender asked what I wanted. A burger with fries and a Miller, please, I said, and the bartender nodded and got my drink. I asked if the football game would be on, but was informed that a far more important display of athleticism and strategy would be on instead, the 65th annual chain smoking competition. Because it's the state sport of North Carolina, the chain smoking competition is exempt from national smoking laws, and children 12 and older can participate. The competition began with Kid Rock singing North Carolina's state song, "Oh How I Love Thee, Sweet Tobacco Leaf." After the vomit-inducing musical number, the games began. The first game was for the little ones. The 12-year-old smoke off, the announcer yelled. After watching a few moments of watching our precious youth sucking in more air than Rosie O'Donnell walking to her mailbox, I decided watching cancer metastasize in real time wouldn't go well with my burger, so I turned my head down from the TV and stared at my beer. Without the visual stimulation of watching North Carolinians do what they do best, my ears found new things to focus on in the restaurant, most notably the sound of an elderly gentleman sweet-talking his wife of many decades. "I'm going to turn you into a puppet and make you dance with me, bitch. Oh, yeah?
Christ.
And then I'm going to pour melted chocolate all over you and scoop it off with a dirty boot. Oh, fuck yeah. And then I'm going to stuff you into a cannon and launch you into the atmosphere while blasting Taylor Swift's new album. Oh, yeah, that shit is tight."
Question, what's the name of this place again?
Sir Reginald Cunningham III Sports Bar.
Okay, yeah. A bunch of things happened that made me totally forget this was a sports bar. Continue.
I was quickly running out of things to watch or listen to, so I made sure to eat my burger as quickly as possible. When I was almost finished, the bartender started pushing dessert on me, and after a few moments of declining his offer, I decided to just pick an item and get him out of my hair. I looked at the dessert menu and was astounded at the wretchedly themed items, such as Hugh Hefner's Goop Soup, Chris Farley's Mustard Cake, and Chuck Berry's Gravel Pie. I picked the least horrible sounding option and left a pile of money on the bar before it could even come out. So if you've ever asked yourself, what would happen if I consumed food from a place that Hannibal Lecter would gag at? Sir Reginald Cunningham III Sports Bar is the place for you. 1 out of 10
North
stars.
Carolina.
That's right, Elkin.
That's right.
Sir Reginald Cunningham III's.
Yeah.
Don't go there, folks. That wraps it up. That's another episode. Tommy, what do you think?
What do I think? So, as someone from North Carolina, I can attest to a lot of that, especially the part about North Carolina being a horrible place. Really, outside of the triangle, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, and Charlotte, if you're like ever moving to North Carolina, you want to be in the triangle or Charlotte, maybe a nice beach town or a nice mountain town like Asheville. But everywhere else is fucking garbage, honestly. Like, there's a reason that I'm not going anywhere near there again, unless I go to Charlotte or something. Anyways, love you, Mom. Yeah, and also tobacco is a big thing in North Carolina. I mean, I'm pretty sure tobacco comes from North Carolina, or at least one cigarette company is based out of North Carolina. Like Camel cigarettes, I think. Yeah, that sounds like a very interesting sports bar. I kind of want to check it out the next time I'm up there.
Definitely.
I'll let you know what I think of it.
Please do. All right, Tommy, bring us out of this nightmare.
All right, fantastic. I'll bring us out of this nightmare. Thank you guys for listening to Two Useless Organisms. For those who have been watching on YouTube, I've been doing weird things with my mic and going near it because I'm like, as I'm recording, I'm seeing the audio levels on my mic and like some of them seem lower than usual at times. I don't know what the fuck's up with that. So good luck editing, Tristan. Thank you guys for listening, though. Be sure to check us out. Follow us on social medias. Rate us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. We're putting out episodes every other week or so. Thank you for supporting us, useless idiots, and we love your faces.
Tristan.
Tommy? Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Two useless organisms. Two useless organisms.
See how that would work.
Tristan